All right, everybody, time for an update. August 30th. One more day left in the month. You still have today and tomorrow to sign up at the current rate for MMT Trader, $145 per month. On September 1st, that is Saturday, it is going up to $195 per month. By the way, I should mention that same is true for zombie trading, my Forex signal service. Short-term trades based on zombie behavior. We front-run the zombies and we take their money and get out before they die. That, too, is going up to $195 a month. And both of those things are still a bargain at that price. But you could still lock in the current rate of $145 per month. And I have to say, people have been doing that. So good for them. Just go to my website, pitbulleconomics.com, and sign up for a 30-day free trial. You don't even have to commit. I mean, as long as you go in for a free trial before September 1st, all right, you will get that rate, the $145. All right, so let's do a rundown. First of all, let me just mention that yesterday I sent out the email, as I always do on Wednesday, with the full breakdown of the EIA. That's the Energy Information Administration's weekly petroleum status report. That was a I'll just put it out there right now, that was a very bullish report. Very bullish report. I'll give you one little snippet out of that report right now, that gasoline demand in the latest week was up at a record level of gasoline demand. Just under 9.9 million barrels a day consumed. That's huge. That is huge. So if anybody's thinking about a slowdown in the economy, you could forget it. I mean, that, among many other things that we are seeing, evidence that the economy is very, very strong. And by the way, the Atlanta Fed is now forecasting a 4.7% growth rate for the third quarter. We're almost at 5%. These are Chinese-style numbers, okay? Which goes to show you, and I've been saying this all along, that the high levels of government spending, we are going to make a record this year in government spending. You don't have business cycles. You don't have business cycles. This can be sustained. Now, along with this comes inflation. Now, that is happening. That is going to continue to happen. That is going to accelerate. There is no question in my mind. The only thing that is keeping it from happening even faster than it is, and by the way, I called that right on the money, because I said, leading up to the first rate hike in December 2015, I said, just watch. When the Fed changes course on interest rates, this whole deflationary, disinflation scenario, which I called also with the QE, everybody else was saying hyperinflation and the dollar was going to collapse. I said, no, you're going to have slow growth, no inflation, the dollar's going to go up. That's exactly what happened. But in December 2015, I said, when they switch course on rates, inflation's going to start going up. And that is absolutely, you can look at any chart of inflation, it bottomed then. And why is that? It's well documented that inflation follows interest rates. You raise the rate, you're raising the price level because the cost of credit is reflected in all goods and services, and you raise the inflation rate. The Fed is not anywhere near being done. So this pause that you're seeing in yields, bond yields, the 10-year yield at whatever it is, 280, that's going to give way to much higher bond yields. Believe me. It's just a question of time. You got to be patient in these trades because this is all dictated by policy. If you understand MMT, then you understand the effect of policy on the markets. The deficit is at $766 billion. That is the highest deficit in 6 years. That's 3.8% of GDP. That's the highest as a percentage of GDP in 5 years. Nobody's talking about that, or if they are talking about that, they're talking about that in a negative way. They're saying, oh my God, the deficit, it's terrible, this and that. No, that is a positive for the economy. The deficit equals the net addition to the financial balances of the non-governmental sector. So when the government runs a deficit of $766 billion, that means by definition $766 billion were added to the balances of the non-government, both here and the rest of the world. That's not a bad thing. You could look at a chart of personal saving, and it is the inverse of the deficit. When the deficit goes up, the personal savings rate of the public goes up. When the deficit goes down, the personal savings rate of the public goes down. It's sucking away all those dollars. So this stuff is easy to understand, and it is easy to apply. And again, I have the only applied approach to MMT. The hard part is the mental game, but it's what I teach people, it's what I help people with, it's what I coach people with. Now, most of you on here, you have no mental game. You're in it for a very quick result. You cannot withstand any adversity. You cannot withstand any discomfort. You're searching for the system fairy, and that is some system out there that is going to do it all for you without any kind of worry or stress or hardship or discomfort. You're on an endless quest for the system fairy. You ever see that movie, Endless Summer? It was a great movie where these two young guys go around the world surfing. I mean, that's a nice, uplifting, positive movie. Unfortunately, most of you are making a movie of your own lives called Endless Searching for the System Fairy. A lot of you come to me thinking I'm the system fairy, but I'm not. If you come to me, this is like joining the Navy SEALs. I teach you, or I put you through. I don't put you through. The market puts you through. And you are tested with how much you can handle, how much discomfort you can. That's all it is, folks. That's all it is. I don't care what system you use. I've said it a million times. I could take darts and throw darts at a dartboard and make money. You can't, or most of you can't. My people, a lot of my people can now. They've learned mental game. But it's all about how much discomfort you can handle. And they've created this whole entire body of trading, quote unquote, wisdom, which is really garbage, which teaches you how to lose. Why do you think everybody loses when they trade? I hear the same story every single time people come to me. Oh, Mike, I'm so glad I found you. MMT. Oh, everything I tried in the past, I was making money, I was losing money. It didn't work for me. Now, MMT, I got this great understanding. I know how the monetary system functions. It's fantastic. No, it's not the end. It's not the end result. It's a step in the right direction. Okay? You're going to be tested just like all those other systems. And most of you quit, you give up, or you talk yourself into the belief that if you lose, you're going to win. This is if you really think about it objectively, if you really sit down and just think about, this is put out there as wisdom. I mean, this is like crazier than any kind of primitive tribe would make up some myth or mythology about, I don't know what, about lightning or you know, why the sun comes up and sets. I mean, this is the craziest thing. Like, this is put out there as serious wisdom. You take losses. Imagine somebody comes up to you and says, and you know nothing about trading. You're a kid, you're something. Somebody comes up to you and says, I want to know how to make a lot of money investing. Well, that's very easy, son. You lose. That's how you make money. You lose. You take losses. Like, that is anyone who would listen to that, who has not been involved in or has not been corrupted by this false mythology of trading so-called wisdom, which is garbage, which is junk. You could throw every single trading manual book in the garbage that's at least not technical from a standpoint of explaining. And even that stuff is wrong anyway. But that's literally what is taught. You lose. That's how you win. You lose. This is Orwellian in nature. Black is white. White is black. I say you win. No, Norman, you're crazy. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't win. You lose. That's how you win. It's like an Abbott and Costello. Who's on first? What's on second? I mean, that is just like the craziest stuff, man. But that's what's out there. That's what's out there. Anyway, stock market correction right here. A small correction, not a big one. We got a little bit too bullish in the sentiment, a little too few bears, I would say. You got to build that up. We'll pause here. We'll get a little correction, but the market's still going higher, folks. You do 5 trillion, pump 5 trillion in spending a year. I mean, that floats all boats. So remember, you still have time to sign up. By the way, current subscribers are not affected. You will have your rate forever. I got people who signed up at $75, but the current rate, $145, that goes away on Saturday. It goes up to $195 a month for both of my services, MMT Trader and Zombie Trading. If you want to sign up for a free trial, 30-day free trial, that will lock in your rate. Go to pitbulleconomics.com and sign up. All right, everybody. Maybe I'll see you later. Bye-bye.